everybody, thanks for joining me for another flight. It's always good to get up in the air and get some good air. This was from early November. I had some really nice flying weather in early November. Unfortunately, I also had a few more maintenance issues. I got a Moster 185 Plus and I ran into the dreaded cracked exhaust problem. There's a couple shots of it. Here's a little video showing the crack. Started out as a hairline crack, but eventually got a little bit worse. Got a little bit noisy on the last flight before this happened. Obviously, I couldn't fly it like that. It was going to take a little while. Hadn't heard back on the warranty claim on delivery of that yet, so I decided I need to do something. Ended up setting out a plan, took it off here, took the pictures, but also took it to a muffler shop to get some repairs. Alright, so we took it to the muffler shop because I'm not a welder, and they gave me a temporary repair. Hopefully lets me fly till I get the replacement exhaust system from Kyle Chula Bitarazi from the warranty claim. So hopefully we can get this sucker back on. So I managed to get it back on, get another flight the next day. Here's Chris, one of my flying buddies, getting a launch in. He got in the air a little bit ahead of me. But like I said, I got the exhaust back on. One thing I learned, it was I guess I didn't think about it, it was a little bit of a challenge. Here I am getting ready, getting my gear. You can see I got a visor, but it was a little bit of a challenge getting the repaired exhaust put back on. I guess when the guys welded it up, maybe there was a little bit different angle and some of the mounts, so it was a little bit of stress. Nothing bad because I only had a few flights in it, but a little bit more stress on the exhaust mounts. You know, and here you always got to get your tune set up before you get in the air. Be extra careful crossing the fence with the motor on your back and walk out to your wing. One of the things that I had done is I had taken the exhaust on and off. I didn't realize it as I was about to take off here, but I had kind of pushed around, moved the throttle cable, the angle that it came towards the carb. See here, I had to take it off my back and go adjust it and try to figure out what was going a little bit. Took a little bit more time to get in the air, but eventually got it where it needed to be. Got safe start, throttle working, and you can see pull up. Had a little bit of a crosswind. Maybe the wind changed a little bit since I laid it out, but got in the air for a nice flight. Notice here I got a visor. This is one of the first flights. I got a visor for the cold weather. One of the first flights that I had with it on, and I can't say that I'm real thrilled with it. Maybe I think I need to tighten it up on the mounts there, but I guess I had it a little bit too loose and it would flip up if I just looked up and let a little bit of air catch underneath it. It would flip up when I didn't want it to. So kind of ended up being more of a nuisance on this flight than it was good, but we'll see. I'll adjust it. We'll see how I like it. And like so many of the other flights, you know, I just love to get down here in a couple of these fields and just do some low flying, drag my tiptoe through the water every now and then, and chase my buddies around. This is Chris in this particular one. You might recall from the most recent video I put out. Chris started doing some low flying in one of his early ones. He did some foot dragging through some gravel that he found wasn't so good on his prop. You'll see here coming up, he got back in the game on the foot dragging, but choosing a little more wisely, and really I think he's just having a blast. So it's great to see. It's so much fun to get out with folks and fly together like this. little long on this landing. It was a little further away from my vehicle than I'd normally like, but my excuse is there was a fence right there by the cars, and I did not want to come up short with that fence, so it's better to be a little bit long on this one. Here's Chris coming in for his landing. Oh, it's just a great evening flight. Really nice air this particular night. Can't beat it. Really nice air at the end.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
So the only bummer after the flights with the first set of repairs was that another crack developed. I don't know if the welding job wasn't that good or it was just something that was probably going to keep happening. But we had some more great weather. This time I decided to leave the muffler installed on the machine. I had to take the gas tank off, but took it to another muffler repair shop. Had the welding guy help me out, and he patched it up, and I got several more flights out of that. But after a couple more flights, eventually I got a shipment from Kyle Matula Viterazzi replacement exhaust. You can see the kind of triangular shaped mounting bracket. It's got different mounting points, so a little bit more work installing this one than I was anticipating, but really wasn't that big a deal. Got it on my machine and out for another set of flights. This is another one where I got to do a reverse launch. Don't get to do that very often. Wind was a little bit catty corner to the road, but I wanted to launch in the road. It was kind of wet, so had to kind of manage a little bit of a crosswind launch there, but had enough wind, made it pretty easy to do. So that's one thing I'm pretty happy about my developing skills, just being able to do stuff like that and not really sweating it too much. I would say I get out and do some hay bale slalom, but as you can see, they've stacked them up into big groups, so not too much to slalom or cut around through, but still, gotta love flying down low across the recently cut fields and just the big open spaces. We're so blessed to have all the great places to fly here. Little flyby, there's a grass airstrip out. Caught one of the fellas here. It's a big wave to him. He's working in his hangar on his airplane, or his aircraft. And, just out enjoying the day. Really, that last 30 minutes, right after sunset or right at sunset, is so often just the absolute best time to fly. That or early morning, but if it's an evening, that the last 30 minutes that you can fly, just so hard to come down. But as we all know, every flight has to end eventually, so we'll bring this one down and we'll get Chris down for a safe landing as well. Did a little better job here. Put the wing down right behind my vehicle, right where you want it, minimize the walking. So gotta be happy with that. I put it a little bit on the nose, but it was a gentle on the nose, I'll say. I got you blocked in. No problem. Oh, gotta love that at the end.
I know, that air smoothed out nicely. We'll have a breeze to land with.
So once again, everybody, thanks for coming along for another flight or two with me and seeing some of my exhaust troubles and some of the other things going on here on the west side of Houston. Hope you join me again, and who knows, maybe someday if you're a paramotor pilot, maybe we'll get together and fly at a fly-in someday.